It's time for another State of the Aquarium Address with your host, Paul. Brought to you this week by, well, me. Because I don't have anybody else I really want to think of sponsoring at the moment. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, June 2nd, 2012. A little cloudy, but it's like 9:30 in the morning. As you can see, we're looking at the 210. Some major things going on right now. In the fact that I've got at least one definite breeding pair of angels, and quite possibly a second breeding pair, maybe even one or two more at this moment. Case in point, when you direct your attention over to the right side of the tank, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here, to that gold and the wild type angel right over there. They've actually chosen that Anubias leaf that the wild type is sitting in front of right now, fanning, has a spot to lay their eggs, and they must have spawned like Thursday night or something, because there's about good 150 eggs on the back side of that Anubias leaf. I don't want to get too close to them because I don't want to disturb them and run the possibility that they'll cannibalize the eggs. But in addition, I'm gonna pan over to the right side of the tank now, the left side of the tank, and there's another pair that has marked out a territory, and it's a pair of marble angels. One of the pairs of marble angels that I have, they've pretty much picked that back left corner behind the driftwood, and on the underside of that other stand of Anubias congensis, to lay their eggs. At least I think lay their eggs. I did put a breeding quote-unquote slate for them to breed on, as opposed to the Anubias, just for ease of observation and stuff like that. But it doesn't seem like they're too interested in it. Specifically, it's those two marbles that just came into the view. Kind of chased everybody off that corner, and the gold and the wild type have chased everybody off the right corner of the tank. And excuse me. What I can see right now is that pair of blushing angels that I have seem to either be a pair, or I see them around a lot. It's kind of sticking close together. As far as everybody else, they haven't shown any signs of pairing off as of yet, but I'm sure with two pairs spawning in the tank at the same time, or potentially spawning in the tank at the same time, I'm sure some more spawning will be going on shortly. This presents me with a bit of a predicament, because I'm running out of tanks to put these guys in. See a little sparring going on in the middle of the tank right now, between one of the smaller golds, and one of the big blushing, probably a male. At the moment, I've got my 210, I've got my 65, which is my community tank, got the 35 hex, which I'm actually tearing down and turning into a community tank for my son with lots of low light plants. More on that later. Going to be doing a complete rescape of that tank, with the exception of the driftwood that's in it. As far as where am I going to put all these guys, as far as, you know, I want to try to spawn, you know, them in the tank at the moment, because I don't have my fish room set up yet. Hopefully have that done by the end of the summer, and it's going to go in the room directly behind my 210. But as you can see, all the other angelfish look ready, very happy and content, if not a little feisty. I should probably maybe get half the number of angels that are in the tank at the moment. See, it looks like well, there's at least 2 pairs going on in here right now, so I'm really excited about that. I should have some nice diversity as far as phenotypes and color schemes coming out of these angels. I mean, the marbles pretty much know that they're going to be more marbles, but it depends, because some of these, you know, the way that these 2 guys are, they're very dark marbles, so might even get some full blacks out of them, which would be really nice. But we'll see what happens. What was I going to say? Kind of looking for ideas as far as like stem plants to go in this tank, because, you know, I mean, as you can see, my the tank has a lot of big leafed plants, but I want to get something a little bit more delicate in here. Maybe like some Limnophilia hyperoides and some Hygrophila compact for some foreground, and trying to think of what I mean, I'll probably put more valves in the back behind all the driftwood to kind of hide the heaters and things like that, and kind of get some more cover for the back of the tank, provide more shelter. Trying to get some ideas whether I want to go some more of the Vallisneria that I have over on the right side, which is actually filling in quite nicely, since I only had maybe 3-4 plants that I transferred up down from my 65 gallon back in January. The Anubias is growing great all over the tank, and as I said, I threw some Java moss in to help soak up some nutrients and keep the blackbeard algae from getting out of control. But I want to get something else. It needs something. I'm just not exactly sure what. Kabamba I have, but I think in this environment it would look a little too plain. Maybe some golden red Nicaea, some red and green temple. I don't know. I'm trying to get some ideas. I'd really like to get some flame moss, but none of my regular sources have it. I know Dustin doesn't have it at Fish Tank TV, you know, from aquariumjungle.com, and my usual source, aquariumplants.com, is pretty much sold out of it, like 365 days a year. But, you know, every time they get it back in stock, it sells out. But that's a good thing, I'm thinking, at least for them. Sucks for me, but at least for them it's a good thing. But I just wanted to give you brief status update on the 210, let you know how things are going. It's almost 6 months since I bought the tank, and about 5 months since it's had any kind of wildlife in or plants or anything in it in the tank. So I think for a 5-month-old tank, it looks pretty darn healthy. Corydoras are now at full size. Let me see if I can get you a quick glance at one. There's one. Come on, give me a little bit of focus. Yeah. I know my glass is clean, but these guys are at any rate. And I've got a pair of bushy nose plecos in here now to help with any regular algae that crops up on the plants that the snails don't get to, since they're a little bit more mobile. And they seem to be doing really well. And other than that, not much else to report. Matter of fact, there's one of the bushy nose. Yep, munching away. Been trying to find pit bull plecos, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. Not a very common item, I guess. So, other than that, not a whole lot going on with the 210. Pretty much status quo ante. Everybody's healthy. I did have one casualty though. The Philippine blue ghost clown that I had gotten from Angelfish USA down in Florida, kind of got that wasting disease that angelfish sometimes get, where when they're juveniles and stuff, where they just stop eating, and nothing I could do to try to get it to eat worked, and kind of died about 2 weeks ago. Did everything I could. Everybody else in the tank is doing well. I kind of died the same way that one of the platinum angels I've gotten here died as a juvenile. Just wouldn't eat and starved itself to death. But I think that about wraps up for me this week. Well, this month anyway. It's June. Once again, I'm going to see if I can try to go out and do some gathering. Not exactly sure where I'm going to go around here and what species I might end up coming up with, but I think before I do that, I'm going to get my fish room in order. It's going to be nice. I'm going to try and do it the right way. Even though, as you can see from my, the quick glances around my basement, it's going to be a little tough to run, extra electrical and put in another zone or two for electric, and I'm not going to be able to do, automatic water changes and things like that. That a lot of other guys' fish rooms have, because they've got it all plumbed out and stuff, because they had bare walls in their basement and it wasn't finished off, and they kind of finished it with a fish room in mind. Mine, my basement came completely finished already, so if I want to run any kind of pipes or cable and stuff like that, I gotta demolish all the stuff that's already been put up, especially the ceiling, since it's a hard ceiling and not a drop ceiling. I could take panels down. I'd have to do some major cutting, and my wife would kill me. And we don't want that, But I think that I'm going to call it excuse me, I'm going to call it a day here. Got other things to do, other videos to shoot, but I wanted to get this update up to you guys now. So I'll probably post another shorter update later once with some close-up of the fry from that pair and the gold and the wild type in the right corner in a week, if they when they survive, and if they all manage to not get eaten by the other angels in the tank. But that's gonna wrap it up for me this month. Try to have another update for you soon. Once again, I thank you for subscribing, and I love chatting with you guys on Fish Tank TV and Aquatic Universe and all the other forums that I belong to. Love to see your tanks as well, and just remember, nothing's more soothing than a nice full tank of water. Take it easy. Once again, Paul, live from New Hyde Park, coming to you on a dark and dingy Saturday morning, beginning of June 2012. Have a great day. Peace.